At the beginning of winter break, my father-in-law treated our family to a Boston Pops concert at Symphony Hall. For over 50 years, the Boston Pops have performed a holiday concert series in what has become an enduring tradition for this region. The concert itself is a festive event, often attended by multi-generational families who return year after year, dressed in holiday attire ranging from ugly Christmas sweaters to more formal shades of red and green. The program, which varies each season, consists of classic and contemporary holiday songs to usher in the season. However, a mainstay of the program is a dramatic reading of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, set to music and accompanied by illustrations projected over the orchestra and the choir. In Dickens' tale, as I'm sure you know, the ghost of Christmas Past conjures up a moment when Scrooge loses an important relationship because of his priorities on material riches and achievement. As the ghost of Christmas Present arrives, we come to understand that Scrooge increasingly withdrew from relationships and community, leading to ignored dinner invites and subsequent ridicule and pity from family members. Finally, the ghost of Christmas Future pretends a life of loneliness, preceded by his death unless he alters his approach. Scared straight, Scrooge awakens a new man. Change is rarely so dramatic or sustainable, yet looking back, we can often find the moments of evolution and growth. I believe the same is true for St. George's as a school, where quite literally, the past is all around us. Here in our beautiful chapel, we feel the weight of our own school's history, recognizing that students and faculty have gathered in this space for reflection and worship for almost 100 years, while simultaneously acknowledging that this land was once home to the Narragansett, Sakonnet, and Wampanoag tribes. Passing through Memorial Schoolhouse, the names of those alumni who fought and died in armed conflicts around the world stand as a permanent reminder and tribute to their sacrifice. In King Hall, still more history with flags and portraits and almost 130 years of alumni names. There's a saying that you can't outrun your past, and that would certainly seem true just by looking around the hilltop. And yet, when you look closely, you see change, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, but steady nonetheless. Today, and without a second thought by any of us, the school's spiritual life is led by our first female head chaplain, Reverend Kirby. Memorial Schoolhouse, newly renovated, is home to the Callan Reading Room, which honors Dr. Alix Callan, the first woman to lead SG as head of school. In King Hall, the names of alumni tell the story of a school transitioning from an all-boys, almost all-white student body to one that is more diverse by every definition, led by pioneers such as Conrad Young in 1963 and the women in the class of 1973. Change comes slowly, but as it does, there are key moments when an institution shifts, evolves, and leaps forward. Just as there were breakthroughs and pioneers in the evolution of SG, there are moments of growth for us as individuals, some profound, some barely perceptible. Students may discover an emerging academic or personal interest through a transformative class, igniting what becomes a lifelong pursuit. Others experience a breakthrough moment through a role in a production because of their work on the Red and White or the Lance, or as part of a team. Still others may discover the ways in which service or leadership lights them up. Whatever the breakthrough, however big, however small, moments of growth occur across the span of one's time on the hilltop. When we stop and think, as Charlie urged us to do on Tuesday, we see just how far we have come. We can't outrun our past, nor should we, because the past is the foundation from which we shape who we will be tomorrow. With the start of a new calendar year, we have an opportunity to take stock of the past and the present and to be purposeful in setting our future course, both as individuals and as a community. Imagine tonight you are visited by your own ghost of Christmas past, presenting you a glimpse from earlier this school year. What would you see? Is it a moment you wish you could do over or a habit you wish you could change? I, as much as anyone, have many moments and decisions and habits I wish I could change. It is simply a part of being human. The inability to change the past, however, should not stop us from learning from it. If you did not reach your goals or show up as your best self in a relationship, let the new year provide the impetus to change. Now is the time to forge better work habits by removing distractions or seeking help for a challenge, be it academic or personal. This week is a great time to try a new activity that pushes you outside your comfort zone. Lunch today is an ideal moment to invite somebody new to sit with you and challenge a well-worn pattern, broadening friend groups and strengthening our community. Each day, each of us is faced with innumerable decisions and moments, the sum total of which we can harness to fashion the future state we seek. View the present as an opportunity to positively shape the vision of what the ghost of Christmas future might show you. Again, the same holds true for us as a community. Each day, hundreds of decisions by hundreds of people create our school culture. We hold ourselves and one another to high standards as described by our core values, to develop to the fullest extent possible the particular gifts that are theirs, to promote genuine respect for each individual, and to be truthful in words, honorable in actions. We strive to elevate and repeat the behaviors that lead to our collective success, and we challenge ourselves to do better in the places where we fall short. If we left chapel today and encountered the ghost of Christmas present on campus, what do we imagine would be reflected back to us about our community? Do we build others up and promote respect? Are we truthful and helpful? Do we approach one another in good faith? The lens of Christmas present reminds us that together we are responsible for our shared success because what we do, how we act, how we treat one another matters to everyone else in this building. I hope these concepts sound somewhat familiar, echoing the idea of One Dragon that I introduced in my convocation talk in September. One Dragon I see as a shorthand way to describe the culture of showing up, helping out, demonstrating real care and consideration for one another, and continuously working to make SG feel like a place where everyone matters, everyone is included. This is the ghost of Christmas future we are actively summoning as we seek to elevate and sustain a long arc of institutional improvement and evolution at St. George's. Scrooge's transformation, though fictional, came about after reflecting on the ways in which his past actions impacted his present condition and set him on a pathway to a future that he did not want. He awoke a new man because he realized his choices mattered, like that they established a past he wanted to change. Today, like every day, is an opportunity for our own awakening, one that does not need a visit by 3 ghosts. At the start of 2026, continue to pursue continued growth and improvement in your own life. The changes may not be dramatic, and yet over time, the results will be there. And as you do, continue looking outward in order to help our community evolve and live into the spirit of One Dragon. Our past is set, we can't change it, but we do have control over the present, and we can act individually and collectively to improve the future for ourselves and for others. I wish you all a great start to 2026, and welcome back.